guys, welcome to another episode of Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. Hi, Philly.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Okay,
Awesome.
Father, thank you for your blessing all around, the simple gifts of life and love. We know that everything is not perfect, but comes from you. Remind us that we've been given an amazing hope through faith in Jesus Christ, and that your Holy Spirit will remain to us daily. We ask for your guidance, your strength, and your peace to fill us. Help us to see your presence in every moment, to trust your unfailing love, and to find solace in our promises. May our hearts be open to your will, and may your action reflects your grace. In no other name but in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yes. So
Mhm.
everything is okay. How are you doing today?
Everything is good. Today is Obama's birthday. Today is my niece Abby's birthday, and today is my grandmother-in-law's birthday. So it is a wonderful day. So we definitely got to do our birthday shout outs.
Okay, good. So we're
Hmm.
gonna shout out
Hmm.
Lincoln Roach. He has a birthday today. We also
Awesome.
have Leandra, my girl,
Woo.
helps me in my barbecue. Leandra,
Nice.
happy birthday to her. Roger
Happy
Mason,
birthday.
happy birthday. And if we forgetting anybody, Leo's in the house. Happy birthday to all.
Yes, yes, yes. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best.
Yes. Okay. Word of the week.
Okay, our word of the week is proprioception. So no, it's proprioception. Yes, proprioception. I was like, wow, okay,
Appropriate section.
yes, proprioception. So
So what have
proprioception is something that we do all the time, and it's awareness of the position of your body. Like that is such an interesting word. So when you're looking in the mirror and checking yourself out and turning to the back and making sure everything is looking nice, you're really performing your proprioception. So proprioception. That's the word. I knew you would love it.
Yeah, I mean that is interesting.
Very interesting. Learning
Yeah.
everything. Every week I'm learning something new. So, okay, so that is our word of the week. So, our scripture of the
Mhm.
day is going to be taken from Matthew 4, verse 4.
Okay.
And it says, "But Jesus told him, 'No, the scripture says, people do not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God or the Lord.'" So I love this because it's like it's such a small quote, but it means so much. And I think the idea of people don't live by bread alone is that we have to depend on our spiritual nourishment, not just physically being nourished, but spiritually. Because without spiritual nourishment, you are, and without being fed by the words of the Bible and following and walking in the light of God, we will be empty souls. We are just shells, so it's really important for us to listen and align ourselves with every word that God dishes out, all of his commandments. And I know as human beings, of course it's difficult, but that's why Jesus was on this earth, to show us that we can do it, right? Because when you think of God, you think of this, you obviously, because we can't see him, he's still a figment of our imagination, as real as he is. But he sent his only begotten son to show us that we can still lead a life of and be Christ-like. So we have to be able to follow suit. So again, when we say people do not live by bread alone, we have but by every word that comes out of the mouth of God. That is our moral obligation to
Mhm.
fulfill. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. Awesome. So, the celebrant of the week, I want to shout out our transportation
Workers.
workers.
Okay.
Yes. Trains, buses, planes, Uber, Lyft, yellow, green cabs. I think what happens is that we take transportation for granted, especially those who just drive. But how about those who need to come to and from work? They get us to and from our locations safely. They get people, they have to deal with so many attitudes, so many personalities, and sometimes they don't get the respect that's well deserved, and they still have to come, have to maintain their composure even if someone has an attitude with them, and that's the reason why they're protected under the NYPD rules now, especially the public transportation workers, because people used to attack them all the
Yes.
time,
Yes.
so I think that is just very important for us to just show some respect, honor them, be grateful that they get us to and from their location, from our locations, because we depend on it,
All the
and
time. All
so
the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
We
that's it.
really have to show them some kind of respect. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, okay.
Okay, so I have a health tip today, and this
Mm-hmm.
one is about exercise stress test. And I find a lot of people now, the day that we live in, they're stressed out, right? So just want to touch on a few things. An exercise stress step helps you determine how well your heart responds during times when it's working its hardest. It's typically involved walking on the treadmill or pedaling on a stationary bike while hooked up to a EKG to monitor your heart activities. How well your heart pumps blood, whether your heart is receiving an adequate blood supply, how you perform on physical activities, riding a treadmill on stationary bike compared to other people your age and sex. If your symptoms, chest discomfort, shortness of breath, feeling like your heart is racing, or even dizziness, can be reproduced while performing physical activities. This makes it easier to identify and evaluate certain heart issues such as issues with your muscles or valve, adequate blood supply in your heart muscle, electric stability of your heart, and rest and during exercise. Cardiac stress tests help healthcare providers determine whether you need additional, often more invasive, testing to confirm a diagnostic or treatment might lower your heart attack risk and make you feel better. How does a stress test work? Blood pressure rate, heart rate, oxygen level, electrical activity in your heart, how hard your heart is working compared with other age and sex. Why might I need a stress test? Congestive heart failure, coronary artery disease, heart valve disease. People with high risk occupants like pilots or professional athletics may also need to have these kind of stress tests. So I think it's so important that we really take our health important and just calm down, because sometimes a young, it have no age now for heart attacks, right?
That is correct, right? I think, before we always look at the elderly as being the most at risk, but kids are having heart attacks at 18, in our 20s, our 30s. So I think it's just really important for us to take care of ourselves. They say it's not cliche to say, you are what you eat.
Right.
And even people who eat well are still getting it. So there's something to it, and I'm not sure why that's the case, but it's happening more and more now, especially young people. So, you know, go to the doctor. Don't take your health for granted. Get your
Right.
annual checkups. Ask for referrals. Get second and third. Don't just go with what's said first.
Right.
Only because sometimes they're wrong. Also, it's science. So I just
Exactly.
think that is just very important to take care of yourself. Do your yearly checkups. Don't take your health for granted, because again, everything is, once you're born to die, but we want to be able
Correct.
to enjoy our lives and enjoy it in a healthy manner. So
Okay. So
thank
I'm
you.
going to bring our guest on now, and then you're
Okay.
going to read her bio. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome, Joan, to Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. Myself and Philia is here, and we're going to have a little discussion with you. Are you hearing us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Loud.
Yes.
Claire. Okay, Philly, go ahead.
Okay, well, we have a wonderful bio, but we are going to let her speak for herself. So we have this beautiful.
Philly, are you there? Well, you know, with life, all sorts of things happen. So, um, Philly, I guess she's gonna come back on. Guess she having internet issues, but that's okay. So, Joan, thank you for joining us this afternoon. I know you have a busy schedule, but thank you for joining Motivational Monday. How are you doing
Thank,
today?
thank you so much for inviting me. I'm doing very well and I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm doing terrific. So, I know you have a long bio, but I could just read a short so people could know who you are, or you can just tell us a little bit about yourself. Which one you want me to do?
You can go ahead and do it.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So I have here, born and raised in Castries, St. Lucia, Joan was living in Brooklyn, married with a young daughter. Joan studied healthcare administration. She moved to Miami and went back to school for pre-med degree. She went to work for North Shore Hospital, where she has been more than 40 years. In 1985, in Miami Carnival first year, Joan Hinkson was a member of the St. Lucia Association of South Florida, Inc., which produced a mass band. Joan started by being just a regular masquerader, but Joan was never just a regular person. So, in no time at all, she was the queen of the band, given the highest honor as the 10th healthcare hero of South Florida. Moving upward, basically, is Joan history with Miami Carnival, Miami Broward Carnival, and Tenet Health. So, Joan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Again, I've been with the carnival from the inception, 1985, and again, like you said, as a masquerader, then moved on to joining the Band Leaders Association, and from that, became an integral part of then CAC, Caribbean American Carnival, who produced the carnival with Selman Lewis, and for many years, and then with all of the split in the carnivals, I was honored to join the group to create One Carnival, which we are today, uh,
Right.
which is called Miami One Carnival Host Committee. With that, again, I've been the chair since 2013 and still is the chair for the next 2 years. And I'm very proud to say that along with 18 members of the board, that we are in this position to produce Miami Carnival, which is a culture that I love dearly.
Very good. Um, Joan, I know you're the chairperson, correct?
Yes, I am.
Right. So what can we look forward for 2025? I know that you probably has a big portfolio in the sense of running, making sure everything is on point. How has that been for you throughout the years, and what changes that you have seen that you were there from inception?
Well, again, we have grown tremendously from 1985 to what we are today. We've grown both from the aspect of production of the carnival and from the aspect of the band leaders, having the number of bands that we have, the mass bands going from 9 bands, 10 bands to now over 20 mass bands and over 26 Juve bands, and of
Right.
course 10 junior bands. So it has grown both in masqueraders and in participants. What we have seen that even though that the carnival has progressed and grown, we have seen a decline in sponsorship. We've seen a decline in the amount of dollars that we receive to produce the Miami Carnival. So that's a challenge. Um,
Right.
all of the advancement we have made of the carnival, we still need the support. And without the support of the community, both locally, internationally, and in North America, we make sure that we encourage people to come out, and without that support, we cannot continue to sustain the culture and to make sure that we have a legacy that we can leave for the next generation to come. So for the change we have seen, even though it has grown leaps and bounds, we see a
Right.
deep participation from a not from a masquerader standpoint, but from a community standpoint. So this is my, my encouragement and my ask to all of the communities listening to us today, to on Facebook and on social media and locally, that they need to continue to support the culture, and in not supporting individual, but actually supporting the culture of our Caribbean with the Mecca from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, I think that is so important. I have a question here. Ask Joan how successful have marketing of Miami Carnival by her traveling to the market. Someone asked that.
Yes, it's been very successful because now we have partnership with St. Lucia, we have partnership with Trinidad and Tobago, and now we have picked up Dominica, we have partnership Antigua, we have partnership St. Thomas. So we have those partnerships because of that international marketing from our marketing director, Mr. John Beckford, has traveled into all of these Caribbean countries.
Right.
They grown their product and in turn have exposed our product in South Florida. Um, I know this year, 2025, will be a challenging year for travelers. Some
Yeah.
travelers, with the culture that's, we are in right now, but we are hoping that that will be made up from, the local community itself. I just came back from St. Lucia Carnival, and I could tell you that there was they had an 18,000 visitors in 2024, which in 24,500 in
Wow.
2025. So it was not affected by international travel,
Right.
where America is a little different, and we're hoping that trend continues. Speaking to the band leaders, they haven't seen a drop in the registration from the masquerader standpoint. So we are
Okay.
hoping that's a stepping stone for the visitors coming in to enjoy the culture and the climate of South Florida.
Very good. Philia, you have any questions?
I wanted to ask, how is it that coming from and being born and raised in St. Lucia, how did the members of the other Caribbean countries receive you in the way, and you have been so instrumental in it? Did you
Mhm.
ever feel kind of slighted, or were you embraced from the beginning?
I think the beginning because I have an open mind. I've always been involved in multicultural communities. Like you said, I was the founder of the St. Lucian Association in South Florida,
Yeah.
which booked in partnership with all of the other Caribbean association so that we didn't look at us as a St. Lucian or a Trinidadian, but a Caribbean person.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we have a diverse group on the Miami Broward One Carnival. We have from Belize, we have Antigua, we have Grenada, we have Trinidad. So again, um, if it's, I've never felt it. Um, I know I was born in St. Lucia, but just to give you a little tip, my mom, proud mom of St. Lucia, and my dad is from Trinidad and Tobago.
Ah,
So yes. And so again, I've never felt any way of just being a St. Lucian. I always felt as an individual promoting the culture of the Caribbean.
good. Nice. I want to ask you now, what are the major
Beautiful.
plans you have for 2025, the coming?
Well, 2025, as you know, we have the 4 events, signature events. It starts on October 4th with Junior Carnival. That is on, and we're hoping that, and so far we know that the junior bands are coming back. Followed by on the Friday, we have, instead of Panorama, we are actually having a jamboree. Uh,
Nice.
so far, we have bands, local bands.
Yeah.
We have bands from Antigua, we have bands from St. Thomas, we have a band from
Nice.
Trinidad, and they will all be participating. So again, we're keeping all of the components of Carnival alive, which starts with the Junior Carnival, then Panorama, and of course we have the biggest juve in North America. You know,
Yes.
is on Saturday, October 11th. and we still have over 26 bands participating. And again, like I said before, there's no indication that the masqueraders are going to be decreased. They're on par with, 2024 numbers, and we are very proud of the mass bands. Are very proud of all of our stakeholders to continue to support the Miami Broward One Carnival, to making sure that we continue the culture and to leave a legacy behind. So we're not going to be here all the time, so we want to make sure the legacy that we leave behind is a good legacy to continue to promote the culture of our Caribbean culture. And then, of course, culmination of the Sunday, October 12th, we have the Mass and the concert. As you know, Phyllis, we have two stages. We have the Mass band stages going
Yeah.
through the competition, and simultaneously, we have the biggest concert
Yeah.
in the park. So, we will be, for more information on all of those, just visit our website, miamicarnival.org, and we will have all the details of the artists that we have. We're going to have artists all over from the Caribbean, St.
Right.
Lucia, Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica. So, we know for sure we'll be having a great, great show for 2025. As you know, last year we were hit with two hurricanes. This October is the hurricane season,
Yeah.
and we were hit with two hurricanes. It was very challenging. The most challenging year we have had within the 40 years of Miami Carnival. So we are hoping this year, we're praying that the weather graces us, to have a good weather, and that we have a successful Carnival 2025. We have lots of planning to do. We are on the planning. We have meetings, 18 board members sitting together, making sure that we plan to produce the best carnival in North America.
I think that's great too. So let me ask you now, what goes into the planning of security? Because I know um, that should that's a big deal for you guys in the sense of, with the fire marshal and different things like that. How secure have the carnival been throughout the past few years?
I must tell you, we're very blessed. We're very, very blessed. We've had a safe carnival. As you know, many years ago, we had one tragedy because of someone decided to get off the truck and go below the truck. And that's something that, something we look back and making sure that it's never happen again. One death or one incident is one too many.
Right.
Putting everything in place. We have changed the way the trucks go out on the parade route, making sure that the wheels are covered, making
Right.
sure we have marshals on the wheels that are not covered. We have security at the stages. We have security at the starting. We have security for every band along the parade route. Even at the end of the parade, we have security and police. We have security marshals for each band to make sure that every single band adhere to the security that we put in place. So we have to thank the Lord that we have been very, very successful in not having another incident like we did many years ago.
Right. And what time it goes from again?
Our parade
But
on
the Juve.
Saturday starts from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Nice. Oh, the extended time. It used to be three,
Yes.
right?
Usually it's 3 o'clock. We turn off the music, but for cleanup and everything else, it ends. We have to be out of the park at that time. So the
Okay.
parade is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Sundays from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And this is the only carnival that you
Oh,
have, only carnival in North America, even in the Caribbean, that
yes.
have mass and
I
parade
believe.
going at 11 p.m. And this is something that we've maintained, and making sure that the revelers have a good time, the spectators have a good time, both from the mass standpoint and from the concert.
Right. Um, Great. Philia, any questions?
Yes. So do you feel like you've exhausted like all of your possible ideas or contributions, or do you have more in store that you would like to accomplish that
Most
takes
definitely, we could never have enough. We could never exhaust the Caribbean culture. evolve. Every year we have something new. Every year you build on what you did the year before. You look at what you did, what mistakes you made, what can be improved on, and we try to do that every year. We take in consideration the spectators, constructive criticism, what
Mhm.
we do well to make sure we do it better next year. And we build on that every year. So we never exhaust our ideas. We always come with new ideas to enhance the product itself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Well said.
So, Joan, what about the kiddies? Because I know that's a great important part also. Tell us a little bit about what to expect.
Okay, it's a junior band. Well, like we normally do, we have the junior parade, we have the junior calypso competition, we have the junior pan competition on that day, and that's the norm that we do. We have the events for the kids, the spectators, the one kids that do not play. We also have the sponsored tents. We have a whole lot of junior activities at the venue itself. So again, we focus on the children on that day. We focus on the educational part of it, on the masquerade part of it. So we're very proud of our junior mass band leaders and our junior bands. They come out, they perform. It's just a sight to see, and that again is from 12 noon to 8 p.m. on October the 4th.
Yeah, I think it's growing too, especially with the kiddies, and they really come out there and showcase.
And that's our future. We have to continue to build our junior carnival because that's the future for the the main adult carnival.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about Carnival Sunday now, the parade itself. Um, do you have any big feature for the park? I know that every year you bring someone or a band. Who we have this year? Who are you going to be showcasing?
Well, so far we're still in negotiation to tell you. We have. We could tell we really do not like to release it until we have the signed contract, and we're
Right.
pleasantly surprised to have. We always come big. You know,
Yes, all the time.
big. So it's something to look forward to. Continue to look at our website. Within the next week or so, we'll reduce our headliner that will be performing at the event. So again, we have entertainment from all of the Caribbean islands. That's why we call it a Caribbean Carnival. Again, we have the support of the other Caribbean islands, like I said, from St. Lucia, from Antigua, from Dominica, from St. Thomas, from Trinidad and Tobago. So we'll be having artists from all of those countries to perform at the event.
Okay. Wanted to ask you to also um just slip my mind. Just now, I remember something I got to ask you, but don't worry. So much questions I wanted. Oh yes, I know sometimes you all have a all inclusive and just the general. So what are you guys offering this year? The same all inclusive that you guys offer?
Yes, the VIP. We have a
Yes,
VIP,
VIP.
all-inclusive VIP, which includes your breakfast, lunch, snack, and we have seating, and we have, of course, open bar for top shelf liquor, and that's all included with the viewing stage. The viewing mass stage is included in that. So this year we're going to have a VIP, and prior times before we have had something called a hospitality where we give away tickets and to supporters. This year, because of what happened last year, we are not going to have a hospitality tent. We are going to be giving actually supporters and making sure that we give complimentaries to come in and support and the bands and support the event itself. But we will be having a VIP. It is on our website. Again, it specifies the cost, what's included in there, and you've been there. I'm
Yes,
sure
yes.
one of the best VIPs in any carnival to go
I
to.
would say
At,
I would say that.
uh, the VIP opens at 11 a.m. and it closes at 11 p.m. Once the last band starts, and it's continuous food and snacks and open bar.
Okay. I have a two-part question for you, but we'll give you one. How does the event how does the event that happens around the carnival week work with the organization. That is one.
It's disappointing. I have to be honest. We do not get support from any of the events that takes place around the carnival. As you know, there's a lot of out of town, you know, groups that come to South Florida. They have the events and
Yes.
they receive the funding. We are left to do the cleanup. The only local event is One Fet. Of course, One Fet is our supporter. We support them. They support
Mr.
us.
Rago.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Ragu, Ragunan, and Caldi
And
Cruz,
Derek.
course,
Yeah.
and yes, Derek. And they are the ones that we do support, and they do support us, and we try to make sure that we make sure that they are successful. If we stay successful, we are successful.
Right.
Uh, that we wish that the other entertainers, the
Yeah.
other
Promoters.
promoters come in and support the carnival.
Right.
We have a lot of promoters also. This may be controversial, but actually goes against the carnival.
Yeah. And I don't like that,
Which is something that we've tried to meet, with these promoters, and let them know that the carnival should really be supported by all promoters,
Yes.
because without the carnival, there's really no fat. You
Right.
know, again, we're pleading to them to let them know that we need their support. We need them to understand there's a whole weekend, but we ask that Carnival Sunday
Monday.
support the carnival, support the masqueraders, support
Right.
the band leaders, because they invest a lot of money, and we do invest a lot of money in order to make sure that the culture comes out successfully.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, question number two. Since the current administration is in office, will that affect booking artists?
No, because most it shouldn't, because when we book artists, we book them with their work permits and their visas that come into the country, and that should not affect anyway. If they have a visa, an official visa, you know, um, they may want to make sure that they they have the proper traveling documents.
Right. John, how many people you guys cater for the Juve one and for the parade two? How many people you guys? Because I know it have to be thousands.
Yeah, we usually have approximately within the whole weekend is over 100,000 people
Woo! That's a
within the whole.
lot.
Yes, in South Florida. Yes, so we have to cater for that. Do they all come to Carnival? Probably not.
Right.
We wish they all would come to, with my previous answers to your question, wish they all would come and support the Carnival. And
Nice.
that would be the best thing that ever happened to the Miami Carnival. We cannot continue to sustain we can't sustain the Carnival itself if we don't have the support.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the sponsorship dollars are very few,
Right.
and we go after every sponsor, and if we don't have the sponsorship, it's comes from your personal pocket actually, and we depend on the gates, and we depend on the booths, we depend on the all of the vendors. That's where we get our income from. um, I mean, we all know that it's a sunshine state in South Florida, so our budget is there. Everybody can look at it. We have a $3 million budget, and in order to produce Carnival each year, and if we don't get the 3 million in dollars, we always will have a loss. So again, the plea is to ask everyone to support support the Miami Carnival.
Good.
Looking
Philia?
everyone for 2025.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Okay. I was going to actually mention that, because you don't have a lot of sponsorships and sometimes you have to put money out, what gives you the drive to keep going, even if sometimes that can be disappointing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a love of the culture. It's just making sure that the culture stays alive. And that's from every single member of the board. We do this because of the culture, not because we don't get paid, or the energies that we have out there,
Right.
the drive that we have to make sure that every single year the event is successful. It's because of the love of the culture.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
God bless you
really.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a thankless job, so thank you.
Yes.
yeah. I realize and notice because I had somebody from Walker too, and it's same thing. They don't get paid, and it's a lot of really hard work. You know, but we want to say thank you so much because without Miami Carnival, because it's come like the second well after Trinidad, I always would say it's Miami. You know what I mean? I have another question. Do they work with the hotels, B&B, plus the car rental company to ease the cost of the travelers coming just for Carnival?
Yes, we do work with some hotels. We work with car rentals. We do have it on our website for people to go through the website and making sure that they choose those hotels and car rentals because we do get a discount for the participants.
Good. So sponsorship, Joan, how can we kind of push for better sponsorship?
Well, it's just the culture of the economy. It's not that we can't, because before we had a lot of coverage, we had a lot of sponsorship, but because of the culture of the economy year after year, you find that the sponsorship has been diminished. But,
Right.
thanks to the Miami-Dade Cultural Affairs and thanks to GCBB, that they continue to support us, they continue to support the culture. Now, Visit Lauderdale is on board. Lauderhill is on board for their sponsorship. So, we still have lots of sponsorship, but not enough.
Right.
We need just much more private sponsorships.
So do we get funding from the government towards the carnival?
Excuse me, I didn't hear that question.
Do we get funding? Like, do you guys get funding from the government itself or
Yes, we get from the city, the
city?
Miami.
Okay.
We get from that, from Visit Lauderhill, Visit Port Lauderdale and Lauderhill. We get in-kind services from that, and of course the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Oh, great, great, great. Philia, you have anything?
Not on hand. I was looking for something, and I'm gonna ask in a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joan, I know that how it is with the team because I know sometimes when you work with different team members, you could have a weight and balance issue. So, how do you keep the team together? Because I know when you are the person in charge of leadership, sometimes it could be difficult. Or how better you can get a better team.
Yes, the team is great. Yeah, okay, the team is great. I always say, in every marriage,
Yes.
there's always some disagreement. Every organization goes through that. But I must say, I'm proud of all of our members. When it comes down to getting together and making sure we execute, every hand is on board. We have different ideas and we have different, from different islands. We have different leadership styles. My leadership style is different from the other leadership styles. It could be. And, we just have to make sure we work together. That's what we do. We work together. We iron out our differences to make sure it's for the betterment of the culture. And that's what we do every single day.
So
That's very,
accountability and transparency is number one.
that's very
Accountability and
important.
transparency. Our organization at present is made up of two different. We have an executive director who does the execution of the day to day and produce Carnival. He hires and he's given the ability to hire workers to execute the event. The board itself is a policy board. We lay out the policies and the finances and making sure that the executive director follows the policy of the organization. So that's how we operate.
Balances.
Yes, we have a treasurer, we have a vice chair, we have secretary, assistant secretary, we have assistant treasurer. Like I said, an executive director. On the operations, we have a finance manager, we have a bookkeeper, we have an accountant, and we have an audit trail. We do have an audit trail, which I'm very proud of. Everybody's behind the scenes. We've heard comments of Miami Carnival being a cash cow. Further from that, um,
Mhm.
make it happen. We make it happen from our personal funding. We make it happen, from everything that we want to do to make sure that the culture, stays alive and it's clean and our books are open. Anyone can come and look at it. Like I said,
Love.
it's a sunshine state. We
Mhm.
file taxes, file our 990 every year, so
Nice.
everyone can see what we do, what we take in, and what we put out.
I think
All
that is
right.
so commendable, especially for, well, this year's 41 years, correct?
Yes,
Mhm.
but one year.
41
Yeah.
years of doing this business and you're still, alive,
Transparent and alive and doing
parent
well.
and
Right.
accountability and still moving strong. I think the leadership itself, we have to say congratulations because
Yeah.
they have to have good leadership,
No, this
good
is so sweet.
accountability, good transparency, and a good team,
Yeah.
to bring this. And I know it's a lot of people that work behind the scenes, you know what I mean? To
Oh,
make this perfect,
Happen.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
each year
Attorney
the
on
bar
board.
just keep raising and raising. So I
And we
just want
have
to
an
say,
attorney on board to keep us on track.
yeah,
It's
yes,
good.
yes, yes. And I think
Yeah.
that is very commendable.
I,
Yes.
I was gonna
Thank
add to that. Thank you so much for that. And you work so hard in making the carnival the best it can be, and it looks so great.
Yes.
And that's on for us looking at it on the outside, but
Right.
behind the scenes, how often do you have meetings, and are they mandated, and like what goes on, like in terms of the input that you put behind the scenes to get it to where it is, like how does that work? What is the structure
you.
of how that
We
organization works?
have a board meeting every month. Once a month, we have a board meeting through the month of August, and then
Mm-hmm.
almost every week or every 2 weeks from August through the execution.
Okay.
Well, yes,
Wow.
the executive, the operational team, they
Mm-hmm.
have different schedule. They do their operations sometimes twice a week, 3 times a week, or when needed
Mm-hmm.
in the office to do that. Again, we have behind the scenes, we have 18 board members that's committed to the execution and making sure that we have a successful event. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, the executive director has a team of workers and contractors that he uses to make sure that they execute the event into perfection.
Um,
Awesome.
I
Thank
want
you.
to ask you too about the vendors. So, how do you go about selecting the vendors? Because I know I see a lot of vendors in there, and we have a different variety of food for the spectators coming to the park. What goes into that?
Well, we have an application process and we have a cost. And, on the application, we try to tell people, try to be diverse, not having, everybody having corn soup and everybody having the jerk chicken and everybody having the jerk pork. So, we have a different variety. We have a maximum number of food booths, maximum number of craft booths because we want everyone to be successful. So we keep it at, a certain number. So they come in and they pay their fees. They're supposed to have insurance to cover the liabilities. You have the indemnification that they must have to indemnify the venue, indemnify the festival itself, and they just pay their fees and making sure that they have all of the required documents that's needed in order to operate as a vendor. So that's the process we have. We don't screen them as far as in Broward County with the free events we're having in Broward, which is the Carnival, the Jamboree, and the Juve. There is a screening process that the venue itself does a background on all of the vendors to make
Nice.
sure they meet the specifications. So the venue itself does the background. From us, we need to make sure that they have the insurance, which is active, and making sure all the indemnifications are in order.
Very good. All right.
Nice.
Well, we
Thank
reached to
you.
the segment now where we have
Hmm.
a little trivia for you, and it's called Ditch It or Keep It. Right?
Oh,
Okay, Phila, you want to go up first? Or,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yes, that's fine. Okay. All right. So we're gonna play Ditch It or Keep It. So the first
yeah.
one is pigtail or cow heel.
pigtail.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Okay, number two, lamb or shrimp?
Lamb, of course.
Right.
Go ahead, Phila.
Okay. Number three, seawater or river water?
What water?
Sea
Sea.
water,
Uh-huh.
sea, or river water.
Or river water.
Sea
Salt
water.
water or no salt water.
Right.
Salt water.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay. Antigua or Barbados.
Both.
That's nice. All
Okay.
right. Sorrel or Mobby?
Sorrel.
Okay.
Okay. Lexus or Benz.
Oh, both.
All
Okay.
right. We have Juve or Carnival Tuesday.
Both.
Okay. Love it.
Okay. Tedison John or Skinny Fabulous.
Both on that.
I love it. Okay. Dress up or dress down?
For me,
Yes.
dress
Mhm.
down.
Dress
Both.
down? Okay.
Both.
Oh,
Yeah. Both.
okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Heels or sneakers.
Heels for me.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead,
Um,
11.
fry fish or steam fish?
Fry fish.
Okay.
Okay. Pan or jazz.
Oh my. For me, it's jazz.
Jazz. Okay. Philia,
And
the
the
last one.
last, green figs or cassava?
Green figs.
All right.
So we
Thank
get
you
to
for
know a little
sharing.
more about you and the personal side. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joan, as we wrap up, is there anything you want to tell the public out there?
Yes, just to again reach out to the public, let them know Carnival is on. Carnival is on from October 4th, Junior Carnival. Friday, October 10th is Pan Jamboree. The 11th is the Big Juve. And of course, on the 12th, Sunday, is the Mass and Concert. We are coming back. We are out there strong. We just need your support. Come out and support the bands. Join a band. If you love Mass, join a band so you can experience the culture. And if you don't want to play mass, come out and support at all of the events. And we look forward to seeing you, and we thank you for all your continued support.
Thank
We
you.
want to say thank you too for coming
Awesome.
on to Motivational Monday, where each one teach one,
Each one.
you
Thank you so
know, and
much.
letting the public know that, you know, Carnival is on in October,
Yeah.
Yes,
bigger and better,
bigger
and
and better.
support,
Yeah.
support. Sponsorship, we need sponsorship, guys. Reach
Very
out,
important. Yeah.
and you know it's important to keep the culture alive, I would say.
Absolutely. We thank you for keeping it alive. Thank you for your efforts, your commitment, and your love and your passion. We appreciate you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you both. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good
All
night.
right.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right. Good night. Be well. God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
All right.
So,
Well,
guys, there
there
you
you
had
have it.
it. Joan Hinkson from Miami Broward 1
Hmm.
Carnival speaking about what to expect for Miami Carnival 2025.
All right.
Um, I just want to say, you know, a lot goes into the production, a lot
Mm-hmm.
goes into having a successful and safe event, you know, and we want to just say to all the board members, thank you for the service and thank you for keeping the culture alive, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We want to say happy belated birthday to one of our avid watchers, which is Junior Melvin Herbert. His birthday was last week, Wednesday. Happy belated
Happy belated
birthday,
birthday,
Junior.
Melvin.
You know, he's in the
I know.
background, by the way, you know.
I know. I know. I know.
Yeah,
Miami too, right?
yeah. He's in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah,
Awesome, awesome.
yeah.
So, for me, I haven't been there yet. I think I was supposed to go last year and I didn't. So, I'm looking forward to eventually going. For you, what is always every year is it different? And what is the highlight for you when you're there?
For me, I like to go all to the pre-parties.
Mm-hmm.
From Wednesday night till you can say Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
is when it should be in Miami.
Okay.
So I go to a lot of the pre-fets. I try to
Mm-hmm.
support as much as I can,
Okay.
and also I attend the Juve. It's very, very different and good, you
Mm.
know, and safe.
Okay.
The parade, so that's the Sunday. I love the concert where you have normally like you might have Kesban, or
Right.
it depends. Every year they have a big feature. Plus they
Mm-hmm.
have all different artists from all the islands.
Right.
So that does be very nice. So even after when the mass finish at 11, they still have the concert. I think it
Going
finished.
on.
Yeah, it finished about 12 maybe. You
Right.
know,
That's
but
great.
the after concert is really really nice. For me too, I would say a lot of people do hotels and car rental in one,
Mm-hmm.
because when they get there, you have to have a ride to get around. Because some
Mm.
of the parties, most of them are in Broward these days. Long
Mm-hmm.
ago, we used to have to drive to Miami. I think the only one that's still in Miami is the Vail Breakfast Party. But
Mm.
a lot of people don't like to drive 45 minutes to an hour to go to Miami and then come back up to Fort Lauderdale. So for the
Got you.
past few years, a lot of the party have been taking place in the Fort Lauderdale area.
Area.
You
Got you.
know?
That's smart.
Yeah.
Thinking of the customer. And in terms of the VIP, have you been part of that? And if so, what do you like most about it?
The I love the all inclusive in the sense that you can get unlimited food and drinks, and the area that they have it, you can see the mass right there. So it's not like if
Mm.
you cannot, you're not distant. So you have
Mm-hmm.
close proximity to the masqueraders, to the stage,
Okay.
and you have a good view.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's worthwhile if you do the VIP
Mm-hmm.
package, because that way you have your own sitting area, and you have your own little enclosed area if you don't want
Got you.
to be outside like a spectator.
Got
And
you.
what I've noticed for the past few years, they try to keep the spectators out and not mix with the masqueraders, because you pay your money, you want to be able to jump and have fun and
Right.
not have people from the outside come in,
Right. That
you
makes
know?
sense. Yeah, and you're paying
So,
for it. You're paying for the
and you're paying for that.
exclusivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
is it affordable? I
Um,
haven't looked at it yet, but
Yeah,
is
I
it
think
affordable?
it's affordable, especially the prices for parties
Mm-hmm.
in Florida is nothing compared to New York City. So,
Okay.
for example, a all-inclusive party here could run you 125 to
Mm-hmm.
140.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, no, they less than that.
Okay.
The
Okay.
ticket prices are very affordable.
Okay.
You
Very
know,
good. Awesome.
yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you
You
for
get
that.
all the top. Well, everybody's in town,
Right.
all the artists are in town, so every different event have artists, or
Right.
someone who they think, and most of them, it's not like the parties here where you get food and you buy drinks. You don't really get food to eat in none of them. You just have to buy everything.
Right.
Drinks too, drinks and food you have to buy. So you're
Right.
paying entrance fee to go into some of them. Only
Right.
if it's all inclusive, then that's something different.
Got
And
you.
then you have the special Joy Roti Shop where everybody who is of Caribbean goes there,
Mm-hmm.
because Joy's have all the roti, curry goat, curry duck, shrimp, and all the Chinese food. Anything West Indian, you can get it from
You
Joy.
can get it there. That's
So
nice.
everybody, that's a lineman spot every night. Yeah.
Nice.
So
That sounds
some people,
exciting.
when they go to the carnival, they don't go to party. They just
They
go
go
to
to eat
yeah,
and
Joy. They
line.
go by Joy, pull the truck, they have the
Right.
drinks. She has her drinks, it's a restaurant, but
Wow.
people just chill out there also too, because some people not into the party scene. Some people just
Mm-hmm.
want to go to Miami, see people who they didn't see for a long time, and just have.
Mm-hmm. That's great that it offers that level of variety as well. So you
There's
don't
another
feel.
spot too right across from Joy's called Lalo's, and
Mm-hmm.
they too have different events too. So it's a little bit
Of
of
everything
this,
in
a
a
little bit
sense.
of that for
Yeah, I
what
like
you
that.
like.
Right. And you don't have to feel pressured in having to just do the carnival while you're there. So
Correct.
that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
And
good. Sounds
yeah.
great.
And then they also have downtown Fort Lauderdale where you have the beachfront. So if you don't want to be there, you can, do an Airbnb in the
Mm-hmm.
beachfront, or you can
Mm-hmm.
do an Airbnb. I know my niece and they come down from Orlando and
Right.
they do an Airbnb every year.
That's every
You
year.
know?
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for that information. That's really
No
great.
problem.
Definitely
No
looking
problem.
forward to it. All right.
Yes. So I just want to
Mm-hmm.
say this Sunday, come out and support San Fernando Day. All
Mm-hmm.
South people. Well, I'm from South, but I support all of them every weekend. We will
Mm-hmm.
be at the Seaview Park. Come out and support San Fernando Day. And also we have Sundown. My friend Marlon is having this party on Saturday. He's a South boy. Come out and support him too. And next week, the 16th of August, we have Phyllis Barbecue Blessing, and we're celebrating 21 years this year.
All
It's an
right.
all white event. It is a cooler event. Walk with what you're drinking. I will have food for you guys, but walk with your cooler. All right?
Love
It's
it.
$50. Come out, and we're going to have a rocking time.
Love
Special
it.
guest passing through, rhythm section, and you know I always do it on top, right,
Can't
Philly?
wait. Can't wait. It's always a vibe.
Yes. And this Saturday, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
in Charlotte supporting my girlfriend June,
Yes.
Lion Roots, 8
Mm-hmm.
years, her backyard. So I will be in Charlotte, but I'll be back in time for Sando Day. So
All
I'll see
right.
you on Sunday, God's willing, Philia.
God's
And
willing. God's
next
willing.
Monday, we are doing motivational from the park. So you
Yes.
can bring your blanket and your pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna come, Baisley?
Yes, I think Basie's good.
Okay,
Let's
so we're
do
gonna
that.
do Baisley Boulevard
Mm-hmm.
Monday evening. We
Mm-hmm.
will be there. We'll be doing our motivational outside. So if you
Bring your
wanna
bug
join us,
spray.
bring your bug spray, bring a
You
little
need to.
wine,
Yes.
and let's have a picnic.
Let's have a picnic. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait. And we may interchange and do at Seaview. We're gonna see how it goes, but we're gonna try to finish off the summer really nice.
Yes, yes.
So awesome.
All right.
All
So
right.
love any house always, guys. Stay safe. You remember each one teach one. So
Each
that
one.
love any house always.
Love you, Mama.
And
Take
tell
care.
mom
Bye
I say
bye.
happy and birthday
Uh-huh. Thank you. We will. Thank you. And
and
the same to the
enjoy.
family.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Take care, everybody.
So have a
God bless
blessed week,
everyone.
guys. Love any house. Bye.
Bye, guys.